This helmet on its own is ridiculous. Really ridiculous. Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Omnifactory. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. In the last episode, we did a lot of things. We investigated the wetware stuff. We figured out the ZPM assembling machine, all sorts of fantastic and beautiful things, and I think we should be able to continue that. In fact, we may have put in the recipes for other processors. Can we hit call? Oh, we can. Can we hit call on this one? No, this needs europium, right? And that requires a whole bunch of fancy stuff, but at least we can call that one. How do you get crafted? What's going on here? You need silicone rubber sheets. Why is that not working? Things are just gloriously fun, aren't they? Found the problem. We're using this with gears, and that is not conducive with what we want to do. Man, why can't this just be made in a compressor? Wouldn't that make things just so beautifully simple? Anyway, yoink, and it should be calling it. We should see one of those is green. It's not, but it's done. So, wetware processor. This is a tier 7 circuit. I don't even know what is the tier 7s. So that's the quantum processor and the crystal processor array. We're not quite at tier 8, which is going to be this one. The tier 8s is what we need for ZPM machines, I think, maybe, possibly. UV machines. Ooh, shiny. But we can definitely make a whole bunch of ZPM machines, just not the actual assembling machine, because that one does require the tier 8 nonsense. There we go. We figured it out. So, what do we need to do to make that work? We need a whole bunch of that thing. Fusion. Fusion is needed to go down here, and we need these things, specifically tritanium. It thinks we can do this one, but we can't. It needs europium. Europium comes from... what the heck? Well, I promise it comes from that. And doo-doo-doo. But first, we have probably enough solidified stuff to last us a while. That's awesome. The next thing is, I used to have a hydrogen thing going on. We had tons of hydrogen. Now we don't. Need to look into that. But we had hydrogen. And I thought, you know what? We have so much of it. I was throwing it away. So instead, you should not be running. Emit when levels are above. And then you should be... it should be below? Control inverted. So you need that light to be on. That light are above or equal to, what is that, 10,000 buckets? I want that to be 100,000 buckets. 0. There we go. Now it's off. Right? So we were turning this beautiful hydrogen into what is it? Deuterium, there we go. And the deuterium, we did the same process to make tritium. And this, we're going to need a bucket load of it for dark solarium. Dark solarium is needed for exotic material catalyst, right? You see where we're going with this? Do you see where we're aiming? We are trying to think how to get omnium. Omnium needs the exotic materials. It also needs all this stuff, including stabilized, solidified, blah, blah, blahs. Everything, right? It is going extremely well. So we're going to hop up here. We're going to take a look at omnium. Now, keeping in mind, this needs a lot of stuff, right? I think it's all auto-craftable. Except we need a little bit of... What? How are we missing iridium? Get out of here. We also need dark solarium and stabilized einsteinium. What's going on with iridium? Ugh. Just call more. Okay, 400 of that is just in the ores. It'll pop up out as a lot more. We're getting bucket loads of osmium. 28,000 of that, and what was it? Osmiridium alone is at 34. What is eating the iridium? Gonna have to look into that. Okay, now, what do we want to do? Do we want to figure out motes of omnium? Because we could. We have the tier 6 technology. We have it. And we could do solarium. But what would that actually get us, right? We get access to what looks like some reactors and whatnot, but it doesn't advance us into the tier list at all. So, fun with fusion, end game, right? Mote of omnium, it's right there. We also need exotic materials. Cool. You could probably complete a whole bunch of quests really easily right there. But what does it get us, right? What is omnium for? It's for the future. And right now, we should definitely be focused on fusion reactors. Yeah. Okay, quick side rant is I just made all these cool things, right? Crafting cores, etc. If we want to, we can call all of the cool empowered stuff, right? Boom, emerald, 20 of them, please and thank you, go, right? But here's the thing. I did this the annoying way, and now I just saw this quest book, right? Or this quest page. We didn't need to make it. Ah! So, I don't know. I might not change this. This is gonna be good enough for right now. Look at all these beautiful fluids. Isn't that nice? We can get the cells. Yoink. Little crafting recipes for the cells back here. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Fantastic. Okay, what do we need for fusion, right? Let's figure that out. A whole bunch of things. We did fusion in interactions, and we need to figure that out in here. So, big thing. Yoink. We need that. We don't need any of that anymore. We'll look at that later. So, nether star plate, cool. Ivy thingamabobber, some tier 7s, not bad. Plutonium, not bad. Now we're starting to get a little bit more annoying, but I think it's within the realm of possibility. So, what can we figure out? Can we just like go up and then figure it out from there? I think that's a good idea. Let's see. More recipes, please. Oh, we have it. Cool. So, recipe is in the system. Fusion. Tell me what I need. We need something, right? We need the fusion coil block. It thinks we need quantum processor arrays, but I guarantee you that is completely wrong. Why can't you do what I need you to do? Nether star plate. I could have sworn we had those things, but okay. Click. Thank you. And we'll get these things put together. I think that's not so bad. That is a low number of things, right? Right. No problem. Side note, as we figure this out, why does it need quantum processors? Why? I don't understand. Alright, let's figure it out. Fusion, call one. Figure it out. Why didn't I do those? Totally called for those. But it still thinks that we need quantum processor arrays, and they are not showing up at all. Quantum. We have quantum, but that's a quantum star. The moment I put a P here, doesn't search for it. I can search for processing arrays because they do exist in certain things, right? We have crystal processors right there, which probably need to be replaced with wetware. But what piece needs the quantum processor array? Got to figure it out. The issues have been identified, and I believe we can hit start. Finally did find those quantums. They were in the actual fusion recipe. Crazy. Super crazy. Alright, so this is going, which is so cool. We got beryllium going. It's using the red ones. Quantum. Oh, no, that's wetware. Whoops. But we're making some neutron reflectors. These were actually surprisingly annoying. Needed tin alloy, and we have the ingots, but we didn't have the fluid. It's terrible. But, hello, thank you. We are using just basic IV ones. I concluded it's about 25 seconds, something like that. I don't think that's going to be the bottleneck. Yep, not the bottleneck. So, everything's okay. Alright. Hey, can we jump? Whoop! I've improved our elevator system. These are invisible to the eyeballs. Visibility is off. And there is 8 of them, right? So, right here. Doop, there we go. Beautiful. Whoop, whoop. Now, unfortunately, I seem to shift over here a lot. I'll be like, hey, I want to jump over here, which requires shifting, and whoop. But if you're on the pad, and I'm like, oh, now I'm in the wrong spot. Ay. Okay, now, fusion. Oh, why are you oh. Yeah, that explains why you're slow. Aha! It should be green. I see green. How long do they take? 50 seconds. That's not bad. And that's a LUV, right? And I have a ton of those. So, should be done. There we go. That's part of the mission, right? Do I get a little ding? Or did we just make, like, the harder part? I feel like we may have just done the harder part. And we need a whole bunch of other little things. 80! 80 of those? What? Oh yeah, it's that big ring of death, isn't it? LUV, machine hull. Is it hull or casing? Okay, that's not so bad. Just get some extras. Wow, they're done already. How about that? Okay, so that is one more component, and then we need some hatches, which should be quite simple. Just a few fluid input hatches. Why don't we have ULV output hatches? Why? Why is that not a thing? Make some of these, please. It's available. Start. Things start breaking. Good fun. Okay. Yoink. And do they have to be... Oh. Just pull those out myself. Yoink. And what is it? Fluid output? Yeah. Why does that have to be so tiny? That doesn't make any sense. But that's okay. We'll grab a few. There we go. Are you happy now? Hey. Diddle-doo. Quest complete. Fusion reactor Mark 1. Now, where to put it? Because I feel like this area is dedicated to like random, silly, small machines. This is our machine lineup, which is being converted into processing arrays. We already have a giant section for that. So, random? And then line it into the floor somehow? No. No. Right there. Boom. Because this thing is kind of big. And I don't know how many of them we'll need, but suffice to say, it's a big boy. And it needs some space. So, time to get building. Do we have any good building tools in here? I don't know. Legitimately no idea. So let's just go with thick and glass and start. Boop, boop, boop. One thing I did forget is that this needs super conducting coils for the center. Somewhere there. Superconducting coil blocks. 32 of them. Whoo hoo hoo hoo. Ay, ay, ay. Just keep building, just keep building, keeping track of what to place. Okay. I think we're done. I think we placed an extra one right here. Whoops. Place. Something's wrong. Oh, something's wrong. Do they have to be output? That'd be really like super frustrating. Because I don't want outputs everywhere. We want like one output. Gotta figure it out. Oh! That's a problem. Boop. Fix it. Nope. Okay. Place. Place. It was in that moment that not only did we figure out the preview button, but we also figured out I was putting down input hatches in these spots. So that's a bit frustrating. What's wrong here? Oh. Where's my output hatches? ULV. Input? Where's my output? Really? Oh, I think I want the output on the back. Yeah. Now what's wrong? No, it changed. It changed? So we're good. Alright. Output right there. Everything else is beautiful. Yay! Okay, so what does this thing do, right? The fusion reactor, it takes a ton of energy to get it started, and then it does very little, yeah, and it turns different fluids into plasma. Is it all plasma? No, or different elements, right? Neodymium, hydrogen, stuff happens, europium. Eh? Yeah. Okay. So, it's fluids and energy. Energy and fluids. Yeah? Okay. I don't know how... For a second, I thought that was off-center. That would have been bad. So let's bring in some energy. Make it all chandelier-y. Hopefully we can have a nice system for the energy. Like an individual CEF or little cable thing right there. That's a lot of CEFs. It's a lot even if we do it. It's a lot no matter what. I think individuals. Oh, that was a good idea. Oh, it is built. Few little modifications. We only have fluid doing the thing at the back. I like it. I like it a lot. I really like it. Okay. All right. So, what is the very first thing that we need to make? Well, that's the spoiler, europium, right? We can have plasma turbines. Worthless. Absolutely worthless. Why are these things worthless? Because we have solar. Solar. Right? If you want to check out the turbines, we totally did some in FTB interactions. But here, we're all about the solar. Okay? Cool. So, europium. Right? We'll definitely do that quest. Don't worry. We'll play around with solar. We do all the things. But what we do need to do, could have clicked on that button. Neodymium, hydrogen, a lot more of hydrogen than neodymium, europium. Neat. So, boop, wrong button. Whoop. There we go. This one has to be hydrogen. And we're just going to switch these out at some juncture, but for right now, doink, There we go. Hydrogen. We see it. We love it. Next is neodymium. Probably saying that wrong. Neodymium. Neodymium. There we go. Boop. We don't have any melted right now, but that is easily remedied, and I'm quite happy to say that we can just yoink out 64 blocks and do what we did before, right? I like it. I like that a lot. Now, doink and doink. Hey, you're supposed to jump in there on my command. Do what I say. Thank you. All right, excellent. Yoink, whoop. Hey, did you go in there? You did. I think you did. And melt. Now, as that melts, we should see this turn on. Eh? I don't know. Will it change? It's doing something. It's at 60%. Yeah, we did something. Cool. It's regaining energy. So that was the jump start, right? The nom 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 nom. To make the europium, it took a giant amount of energy, 150 million EU, to get started, and now it's sort of just doing its thing, right? It does say 3.2 seconds. I'm a little bit uncertain about that. However, what we should see now is europium. There we go. A teensy little tiny bit of europium. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, baby, just a little bit. Now, of course, europium needs its own fluid storage cell, or... yeah, screw it. Europium, there we go. Yoink. We're going to need that eventually, right? Once we get the creative thing, we'll want to have drives of it, I think. So, now we are going to get a nice, very, 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 very slow flow of europium. And with it, we can make some ingots, right? We just need 144 millibuckets. I think we have the millibuckets. Yeah. And in the meantime, where do we want to put it? In the next episode? Yeah, probably. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to do another ask. If you're liking this, can you subscribe? Please? It makes me happy. Anywho, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Omnifactory. Hope to see you in the next one. We built a big alien spaceship thingamabobber. This thing was frustrating, but I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Bye-bye!